holy shit. He said, what?
Iconic comedy show, the puppet satire Spitting Image was back, but this time he is being mercilessly, ruthlessly mocked.
If I'm going to succeed in America, I need a lifestyle brand of creams and supplements. Gwyneth Paltrow has Goop, Kourtney Kardashian has Poosh, and Jamie Lee Curtis has Poogert. Now I've got mine, Meg Goo, celebrating the sexy earth goddess in all of us.
Meghan Markle totally lost her cool. She wasn't just a little annoyed, she was extremely angry. The reason? A harsh parody from Spitting Image. And this time, they went too far, even for something aimed at the royals. They didn't just make harmless jokes about her, they went straight for the most sensitive stuff, making fun of her big dreams, her obsession with being famous, and how she's always trying to stay in the spotlight. But here's the wild part. Meghan couldn't just brush it off with a laugh. She completely freaked out over a puppet version of herself, which made fun of everything from her public image to her marriage with Prince Harry. Avoo, this wasn't just another silly royal joke, it felt personal. The skit didn't just tease her, it pulled out some of her most embarrassing moments, the ones she's worked hard to hide behind the polished image she and Harry have tried to protect. And when Spitting Image dropped this ruthless parody, Meghan's reaction was pure drama. Let's just say she was definitely not okay with it.
Harry, I spilled some essential oils on the floor.
When Spitting Image showed its parody of Meghan Markle, it wasn't just another silly royal joke. It was a total takedown. The puppet version of Meghan was harsh, making fun of everything from her desperate push for Hollywood fame to the tension in her relationship with Prince Harry. In the skit, Meghan sneaks an invitation to Michelle Obama's book party, acting like her royal title means she deserves more than just an invite. But here's the real sting. The puppet shows Prince Harry not as a prince, but as a wannabe actor, begging for movie roles like he's just another nobody. The Spitting Image team didn't hold back at all. They made Meghan look like a fame-hungry, control-obsessed figure, and Harry as a man totally lost in her shadow. Meghan, who's known for carefully building a flawless public image, couldn't take the harsh jokes. This parody didn't just tease her, it exposed her. The polished picture of a strong, independent woman was torn apart, and everyone watching could see it.
Or following Granny's rules. Don't wear your pants on your head, Harry. Don't barf on the butler, Harry. If I want to play polo in my living room, who's gonna stop me?
Stop that.
Right away, Max.
Meghan Markle isn't just a royal. She's a celebrity trying to push her way into Hollywood no matter what it takes. And she definitely wasn't laughing. In fact, she demanded an apology, which showed just how much this parody really got to her. The Spitting Image roast didn't just cause a little drama. It ripped the curtain wide open, showing the world a side of Meghan they had never seen before. The puppet version of Prince Harry was just as brutal and just as accurate. Instead of being the charming royal everyone used to admire, the Spitting Image Harry was shown as a sad, clumsy figure, desperately trying to stay important in a world where his royal title doesn't mean much anymore. In one part of the skit, Harry awkwardly tries to pitch Meghan for a role in a movie nobody even cares about, basically begging a Hollywood director like he's an unemployed actor. The crazy part? This scene was based on a real moment when Harry was caught on camera pitching Meghan to Disney's CEO during a red carpet event. The puppet turned that awkward situation into pure comedy gold, showing Harry totally unaware of how few career options he has, while letting Meghan make all the decisions. The show didn't just joke about him not having a job, it made fun of the entire royal fantasy.
Seen that video?
No.
Pull that video up, because it's one of my favorites.
All right, I've finished my clippy. Where it says signature, do I put the royal seal?
That's not necessary, Mr. Off Wales. I see here that your previous career was in realty.
Royalty, but it wasn't a career. My wife's got a Netflix empire. Who doesn't?
Harry's puppet spends most of its time whining about being fifth in line to the throne, acting like it's the worst thing that could ever happen. But here's the real sting. The puppet actually knows it's just a puppet, a powerless character in someone else's story. Meanwhile, the real Harry seems stuck in a relationship where Meghan makes all the decisions, from how they look in public to what their next big move will be. It's awkward to watch, but it's also brutally honest and, in a way, hilarious. If there's one thing this parody gets perfectly right, it's the harsh truth. Harry isn't just a prince, he's a puppet. And everyone knows Meghan is the one pulling the strings. Spitting Image doesn't hold back when making fun of Harry's fall from grace. The puppet Harry is shown as a laughable shadow of the prince he used to be, an entitled man clinging to whatever is left of his royal status, desperately trying to stay relevant. One of the most savage moments is when Harry chats with Paddington Bear about his past mistakes. The puppet proudly recalls his wild, organic, catastrophic cocaine phase, tearing apart his spoiled and self-destructive past. It's a sharp mockery of the so-called middle-class rebel who thought he could live outside the rules of royal life while still hanging on to all the perks of the crown.
Tell me, everyone knows you're the bear who likes to shout. What's the secret to your eternal personal glow?
Well, Harry, I'm glad you asked me that. As you know, I'm a huge fan of South American product.
Is it Colombian?
No, 100% Peruvian, biodynamic, organic, catastrophic cocaine.
Yes, I've tried it, and the results were incredible.
The Spitting Image team makes it clear that Harry's problems are all his own doing. He's shown as a man completely lost in his own fantasies, refusing to accept that his royal title no longer carries weight. The sketch where the puppet moans about being fifth in line to the throne is more than just a joke. It's a sharp statement on how out of touch Harry really is. Instead of using his position to do something meaningful, Puppet Harry just sits there looking for pity, acting like being a prince is some kind of curse instead of a privilege. This harsh version isn't just for laughs. It's a reminder that Harry, in many ways, is stuck in the past, unable to handle a world where being royal doesn't mean much anymore. He's no longer respected. He's the punchline. And Spitting Image makes sure everyone sees it. If there's one thing this parody nails, it's the way Meghan and Harry's relationship works. Puppet Meghan isn't just there to tease. She's a cold, calculating figure, always planning her next move, while Puppet Harry is shown as an actual puppet, both in the skit and in real life. Every decision she makes controls their entire lives, with Harry as the clueless follower who can't do anything without her approval. The show makes it clear Meghan has worked herself into a position of total control. From press planning to public events, she's pulling the strings, and Harry is just tagging along, always second to her in every way. In one particularly cutting scene, Meghan is calmly managing Harry like he's her assistant, while he stumbles through the mess she's created. The puppet Meghan might smile sweetly, but underneath, she's the mastermind, plotting every move since they left the UK. This isn't just a joke. It's a truth most people know, but few want to say out loud. Meghan, this new Netflix show I'm producing for you is going to be huge. Tell Eldon all about it. It's about a beautiful young swan, but no one treats her like the beautiful swan she is until season 2, when everyone apologizes to her. Meghan isn't just a partner in this marriage, she's the one in charge, and Harry is the passive sidekick being pulled along in her chase for fame, money, and power. The sketch doesn't just poke fun at their marriage, it tears apart the idea that they're equals. Meghan's holding the cards, Harry's just her puppet. One of the funniest parts of Spitting Image's take is how they show the couple pretending to be rebels who've escaped the royal family's control. In the skits, Harry and Meghan act like they're fighting for privacy and a better life, but they're also cashing in on their story at every opportunity. The irony is obvious to everyone. Spitting Image doesn't just mock this, it completely destroys it. Puppet Harry complains about being trapped in a royal system that gave him fame, money, and power from birth, while Puppet Meghan plays the role of a strong, independent woman, even though she still uses her royal connections and public appearances that go against her "I want privacy" claims. The parody slices through this so-called rebellion and shows how much of it is just a PR move to sell a certain image. They say they've left the monarchy behind, but almost everything they do is about making money off it. From Netflix contracts to book deals, it's clear they're not really escaping the royal family. They're just building a new kind of royal empire, one based entirely on their brand and constant media attention. Spitting Image doesn't hold back when it comes to calling out the hypocrisy. The couple keeps trying to show themselves as victims of the system, but everything they do proves the opposite. In reality, they have never been more in the public eye. Their so-called rebellion is really just a carefully planned publicity stunt, and the puppets on the show make fun of it all. Hey, it's the husband who used to be a prince. Any luck finding a job? Oh, they had me driving for Uber Eats, but there were way too many rules. Don't touch the food. Don't taste the food. Drive on the road. I'm sorry, Rowdy Y. In the end, the royal rebels are just two people trying to make the most of a cultural moment they cannot escape. If there's one thing Spitting Image makes clear, it's that the Sussexes cannot stop chasing attention, even though they claim they want privacy. The skits show that Harry and Meghan's move away from royal life is a joke, with both of them trying hard to stay in the headlines. Instead of stepping away from the spotlight, they have created their own special place in it, making money from everything they do. The puppet versions of them show this irony in a very blunt way. Meghan is shown as the master planner, always thinking about her next TV appearance or project while pretending to fight for privacy. Harry's puppet, on the other hand, is a clueless guy who says he wants freedom but still makes money from the very system he says he hates. What Spitting Image nails so perfectly is how fake the Sussexes' story really is. They call themselves victims of the monarchy, yet every move they make, whether it's the Netflix show or Harry's podcast deal, is a careful plan to stay in the news. They have made millions from telling their story, even while speaking out against the very system that gave them fame in the first place. The puppet versions of Harry and Meghan show the truth. They live off the attention they claim to dislike. The show tears apart the Sussexes' polished image and shows the real contradiction in their brand. It's not about freedom, it's about control, and most of all, about making money from every move they make. Their so-called search for peace and privacy is just an act, staged perfectly for their always hungry audience. As Spitting Image keeps poking fun at the couple's fake public image, it becomes painfully clear that their brand is weak at its core. The puppets make them look like they are stumbling from one mess to another, trying to fix their reputation, but only proving the same stereotypes they say they want to fight. I don't know, Megs. I've tried every job there is. Prince, Hitler. Maybe I'm just not good for anything. That's not true. You're a great husband, a kind man, and you've got big, strong teeth. Thanks, Meg. I guess now I'm perfect for unemployment. In one sharp moment, Meghan's puppet is seen obsessing over her personal brand, while Harry's puppet awkwardly tries to keep up, tripping over one self-made problem after another. The show shows how the couple's attempt to leave the royal world has only trapped them in a new kind of fancy cage, where everything they do is watched, sold, and picked apart. What Spitting Image points out is how the Sussexes have swapped the stability of royal life for a never-ending need for approval. Whether it's through million-dollar deals or constant media appearances, they just cannot get enough of the spotlight. They call themselves activists, philanthropists, and truth-tellers, but their actions tell a different story. They talk about breaking away from the royal rules, yet everything they do shows they still depend on the same system they say they've left behind. It almost feels like their rebellion was always just about selling the story, not about real change. The parody doesn't just laugh at their double standards. It also shows a big truth. The Sussex brand is not about real meaning. It's about selling an image. Through documentaries, books, and well-timed publicity stunts, the puppets show that Harry and Meghan are stuck in a loop of promoting themselves, unable to escape the very thing they claim to be running away from. Their legacy, once tied to the royal family, is now about one thing: a brand built on contradictions and empty promises. And that's it. Spitting Image hits the Sussexes' whole act with sharp jokes and tough tweets. They may have left the monarchy, but as the skit proves, they will never really escape the spotlight. Whether they want it or not, they are just another chapter in the royal roast. If you think this parody was harsh, you'll love what's coming next. Before you leave, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Subscribe to Star Spotlight for more behind-the-scenes talk, and leave a comment telling us what you think of Harry and Meghan's latest moves. Are they really rebelling or just building a new empire? And if you haven't seen it yet, check out our last video where we talk about Martha Stewart making fun of Meghan Markle and her lifestyle brand. You definitely don't want to miss it.